Hello everyone. In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Firstly, Iran has targeted the Mossad headquarters, and several reports and visuals have emerged about this. Iran had claimed responsibility, and the images that have come from Israel also confirm this. Many media houses and journalists, whether from Pakistan or abroad, have shared these videos indicating that Iran indeed targeted the Mossad HQ. The extent of the damage is still unclear, but so far both countries have exchanged missiles. And in this confrontation, Israel is also using its air force, whereas Iran's air force is almost non-existent. Iran's only strategy has been to launch missiles. In terms of damage, Iran has suffered more. Specifically, human casualties are reportedly 9 times higher for Iran. Yet, for the first time, such visuals have emerged from inside Israel that we've never seen before. The lower casualty rate in Israel is largely due to its decades-long preparation of underground bunkers, where many civilians have been safely relocated. That's why civilian deaths have been minimal. Israel has also managed its military efficiently and kept them protected. It seems Israel was fully prepared for war, hence their fewer losses. On the other hand, Iran, an ancient nation with a long history, has suffered more, but its retaliation has been remarkable, unprecedented in history. Now, a few other related updates. A claim has surfaced regarding the assassination of Iran's new military chief, Ali Shadmani. This claim comes from the Israeli government and has been reported in Israeli newspapers. They state that Shadmani, who was a close associate of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei and the most senior commander, was recently appointed head of the Qatam al-Anbiya Central Headquarters after the previous commander, Gholam Ali Rashid, was martyred in an Israeli strike last Friday. So far, there has been no official response from the Iranian government, but Israel's previous claims have often been confirmed afterward. In response to Iranian attacks, and possibly out of frustration, Israel has launched a brutal assault on unarmed Palestinians. Reports say dozens of Palestinians were martyred in an attack near an aid camp, which was under United States supervision. Attacking such camps, hospitals, schools or aid workers is against international law, yet such actions have been reported. In Gaza, about 40 Palestinians were martyred, most of them searching for food. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu continues to emphasize the need to assassinate Ayatollah Khamenei, suggesting, that eliminating him would resolve everything. This proposal had previously been informally presented to former US President Donald Trump, who rejected it, fearing increased escalation. But Netanyahu keeps repeating that Khamenei should be killed, comparing him to Saddam Hussein and issuing similar threats. This situation is not the same as before. The current state of affairs is, honestly, far more volatile. Since the death of Saddam Hussein, many global alliances have shifted. Especially after the joint declaration by 21 Muslim countries, things are not as straightforward as they used to be. Another major update is regarding Donald Trump. Trump recently issued a harsh warning to Tehran, demanding an immediate withdrawal. He also attacked French President Emmanuel Macron, who claimed Trump was returning from the G7 summit to broker a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Trump strongly denied this, calling Macron's statements false and labeling him an attention seeker. He said Macron misunderstood his return to Washington and emphasized that it had nothing to do with a ceasefire, but was for something far bigger. Trump declared he has no intention to negotiate with Iran and that he wants a complete end to the conflict, not just a ceasefire. China's response to Trump's statements was firm and clear. The Chinese Foreign Ministry's spokesperson said at a press conference in Beijing that America should work to reduce tensions, not inflame them. He warned that threats and pressure would worsen the regional conflict. China called on global powers to work towards de-escalation between Iran and Israel. As the scope of war in the Middle East expands, both Iran and Israel continue their attacks. Israel is targeting Iranian military leaders, scientists, fuel and nuclear sites. Iran, using its available intelligence, is launching missile strikes on Israeli targets. Now the question arises, what role can the world play? In my view, a ceasefire is urgently needed. Iran's foreign minister made a strong statement saying, if America truly wants to stop this war, it should restrain the aggressor first, the one who initiated the conflict. Once that happens, the war will end on its own. After that, we are always ready for dialogue and negotiations. So, Iran is open to talks, but whether they will agree to sign any deal is uncertain at this point. Israel has committed aggression against us, so they should also sign the treaty. But Israel does not sign anything. It doesn't become a party to any agreement. They consider themselves a responsible state and view Iran as an irresponsible one. Therefore, they do not sign treaties and instead demand others to do so. Now, the recent attack by Israel on Iran and Iran's retaliation has sparked a global debate. If you open the internet and search about it, you will find a lot. Around the world, a serious debate has begun. Countries that feel threatened by others are now deeply considering the necessity of having nuclear capabilities. For instance, if Ukraine had possessed nuclear weapons, Russia would not have been at war with them for the past 3 years. The war hasn't ended, and Ukraine has suffered heavy losses and lost territories, all because it gave up its nuclear arsenal at the behest of Europe and the United States. They agreed to disarm in exchange for promises and packages which proved to be useless. Today they are paying a heavy price. Similarly, North Korea is also voicing similar concerns. In fact, North Korea has aligned itself with Iran on this matter. Although North Korea isn't an ideal model to follow, as its people live under extreme hardship and oppression, and it is often cited as an example of dictatorship and human rights violations, still, they argue that if they didn't possess nuclear weapons and missile systems, the world would have treated them the same way as it is treating Iran and Ukraine today. Consequently, many countries are now expected to pursue dangerous weapons. This is because the United Nations is increasingly failing to prevent wars. Either the world should respect the United Nations authority, so that wars halt immediately upon a United Nations call, or else weaker countries will feel compelled to possess some form of deterrent, some weapon that ensures no powerful nation dares attack them. They want to be able to threaten, if you attack me, I shall go down with you. This mindset is very dangerous. The more nuclear weapons there are, the greater the chance of their use, and we all know that a nuclear war would mean the end of the world. God created a beautiful world, but we have created horrific weapons. We do not even know where these weapons will take us. Now China has also responded, and that reaction makes it clear who is standing with Iran. China is with Iran. Muslim countries, at least in words, are with Iran. Russia is with them. Turkey is with them. So in this region, Iran enjoys significant support. If the war escalates, God forbid, it could turn into a major war, possibly a world war. This concern is being reflected in numerous articles and discussions globally. Let us pause this topic here and move on to other news. Viewers, Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir gave a speech in the United States to overseas Pakistanis. He praised Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and also the Pakistan Army. He mentioned how Pakistan recently gave India a tough time, even downing their aircraft, which earned him the title of Field Marshal, and slogans in his favour such as, "Long live Pakistan." But I was disappointed. Despite the presence of Pakistan's embassy in the United States, the Pakistani government and the establishment, the Field Marshal-level army chief arrives in America, and the event is underwhelming. The crowd was so small, if I count, it probably did not even reach 200 people. That is a big failure on the part of Pakistan's government, foreign ministry and establishment. If you look at old pictures of Imran Khan during his United States visit, you will see thousands of overseas Pakistanis gathered, like the scenes at rallies for Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or any major American politician. People gathered in large numbers and honoured Imran Khan. But here, at this event for the army chief, the turnout was disappointing. Worse, protests were held against him. People seemed to wait for such opportunities to protest and chant slogans. This has never happened before with any Pakistani army chief. Viewers, Imran Khan's sisters met him recently. I shall share details of that later. Now let us talk about the Punjab budget. From what I have read, it reeks of self-praise and narcissism. The entire budget seems to revolve around Nawaz Sharif and Mariam Nawaz. It is all about praising themselves. There is no clear direction, only a 5% increase in pensions and 10% in salaries, despite their big claims of transforming lives. In reality, poverty in Pakistan has risen, inflation has soared, unemployment has increased, businesses have declined, investment has dropped, and the farmers' situation is worse than ever. Despite all this, they had claimed to provide free electricity for up to 300 units. Even those using just 100 units are now crushed under bills. Despite all this destruction, they claim that Mariam Nawaz has brought a great budget. Imagine the arrogance. This is sheer narcissism. And just look at their logic. When criticised for buying new government vehicles during a financial crisis, the Punjab government responds by saying that buying new cars indicates provincial development. Just think about it. This is their reasoning? They believe the public is stupid. They are buying these cars on loans, borrowed money that the poor people will have to repay. Moreover, the minister's expenses have been increased to 720 million rupees. Last year, the figure was 350 million. This year, it is over £1 billion rupees. The Pakistan People's Party has criticised both provincial and federal budgets, calling them anti-people. They say the budget has crushed the farmer, the labourer, everyone. Despite this criticism, the same Pakistan People's Party will support the budget because the military establishment has instructed them to keep this government afloat. The fake Form 47 mandate was given on that condition. So this budget, which everyone says is terrible for the common man, will still be passed with full support from the Pakistan People's Party. Now, one more thing. A court case is underway regarding reserved seats. The Election Commission is being exposed. The judiciary is being exposed. No one knows why the court order is not being implemented, no logic behind their appeal, but the real goal appears to be to snatch Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's share and distribute it among Pakistan People's Party, Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, Jamiat Ulama-e-Islam Fazl and Muttahida Qawmi Movement, parties that represent the political status quo and know how to keep the establishment happy. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, on the other hand, is currently at odds with the establishment and is therefore being persecuted. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's Barrister Gohar gave a statement in which he said that India's parliament budget is 5 billion rupees, while Pakistan's National Assembly budget is 16 billion rupees. He said this while addressing the National Assembly. He also said that the finance bill is the most important responsibility of the year, and its first principle is that there should be no tax on essential goods. But here, essential goods are being taxed. He stated that anyone earning up to 2.2 million rupees annually should not be taxed. While this may not be practically feasible in Pakistan right now, even Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf would likely have to impose taxes if it were in power. Nevertheless, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has issued a white paper and is doing as much as the opposition can under the current circumstances. Their leader is in jail. Many of their members are imprisoned. They have been cornered. Despite this, the budget itself will expose what it really offers to the people. More inflation, nothing else. Previously there was inflation, more is on the way, but Pakistan's media will not tell you this. Instead, the media will focus on what Imran Khan ate in jail, or what he said or did not say, or the status of some specific case. They will avoid covering the real issues because the establishment dictates the media narrative. This economy has been destroyed. The common man's livelihood has been ruined. But the media will stay silent. And I do not think that will change anytime soon. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Do not forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.